Accidents happen all the time, but that does not mean an unwanted pregnancy should occur. As a young adult, I often think, what would I do if I was in a situation where an unplanned pregnancy happened? Although many couples are very responsible with their primary form of birth control, be it condoms or birth control pills, things happen, accidents happen. Condoms can break during intercourse. Birth controls can be skipped or not taken at the same time each day, which is when they're most effective. So it's good to have the morning after pill, also known as Plan B, which is available for women 18 years and older and is located behind the pharmacy counter at your local pharmacies. Although Plan B is available for women 18 years and older, both women and men can purchase it. Plan B is strongly endorsed by the National Organization for Women, which has many testimonies from many women of all ages from across the country, which portray how important it is for them to have that backup plan if the condom breaks or if they forget to take their birth control pills. It's important to many young women so that they have control of their bodies. The Planned Parenthood website states that it is best to take the Plan B medication as soon as possible after the unprotected sex, but it can be effective even up to 72 hours after the fact. That gives you about a 3-day window in order to prevent the implantation of the egg. Now, many pro-life groups believe that the Plan B pill acts as a form of abortion. Scientifically, this has not been proven so. The Population Research and Association of Reproductive Health Professionals states that the Plan B pill is not a form of abortion. Rather, it is just a stronger dose of the normal birth control pills that many women take every day around the world in order to prevent pregnancy. I believe that Plan B should only be available over the counter for women who are 18 years and older, meaning that only women should be able to buy this with a valid form of ID. In April, it was reported by Susan Heavey for Tom Rutgers that the FDA approved the use for the Plan B morning after pill for those women who are 17 years and younger. Many women are embarrassed to go to the pharmacy when they fear that they may have had a situation where they're in need of Plan B. This shouldn't be an embarrassment at all because everyone understands that accidents can happen, condoms can break, and that you're not abusing this medication for the most part. The Family Research Council brings up great points in that this medication must be regulated in order to make sure it is not abused. A big fear in the health professional world is that the medication will be purchased by men in order to force upon young women or their significant other, and also young girls who don't understand what's going on or believe that this form of a relationship is love, and they go along with it and don't tell anyone about the abuse that they are facing. Many young girls are abused, and this Plan B being available to any man to purchase over the age of 18 can be detrimental because these young girls often do not report instances of abuse which occur with family members, friends, or neighbors because they feel that this is how they are being shown love. Even if they do report it to their family, to their mother or their father, oftentimes these are such trusted members of the family or outside close-knit circle of friends that the parents brush it off, they don't believe it, they might think their child is just looking for extra attention. It's a very serious consequence of this medication. Andrew Cantor brings up a great point that we need to be able to regulate this medication in order to prevent our children from being subjected to abuse in this way. If a man is abusing a young girl, he often wants it to continue for over a duration of time, and the way to ensure this is to ensure that she doesn't get pregnant. Well, he might use a condom, but sometimes accidents may happen, or he just forces this medication upon her, and she doesn't know it or doesn't realize that this is a form of abuse, which is just as detrimental. Also, men can be purchasing this medication in order to manipulate their girlfriends or to force it upon their girlfriends. They might do this for a number of reasons, but mostly they probably disagree with their girlfriends about when they want to have children or even if they want to have children. It's a major issue between couples and should be discussed as a couple with open lines of communication and should never resort to a point where the man feels he needs to force this medication upon her or trick her into taking it, because all in all, everyone should be responsible and should have a say in what goes into their own body, whether it's birth control, food, supplements, everything. You should have an informed consent upon what you're ingesting. Now, a major way to solve this problem would be to write your congressmen, to write your legislative members of your state, and to tell them that yes, you do support Plan B being an over-the-counter product because it has helped so many women avoid pregnancies that they're not ready for or they're not prepared for or they just cannot handle at this point in their life. But that you feel it's appropriate for only women who are over the age of 18 who have a valid ID, such as a driver's license, a military ID, a state ID, or a passport, to purchase this medication. That men should not be able to purchase this medication because a man cannot carry a child in utero to term. They don't have any bodily functions in order to do that. So why should they be able to purchase medication that doesn't have a prescription for a function that they cannot carry out? A man has no reason to be purchasing Plan B except if he is with his girlfriend who is over the age of 18 and they are purchasing it as a couple. All in all, women will be less like, if this law is passed to limit only women who are over the age of 18 to be the primary purchasers of Plan B, the possible abuse towards young girls and other women will go down significantly because women normally will not engage in being part of part of forms of abuse towards other women because they see these women as their children, their possible children, or their little sisters, or their cousins, or their nieces. Most women do not want to see themselves bring harm onto any other women because they can put themselves in their shoes. Some situations are different, such as one we saw very primary in the news over the summer, such as on MSNBC.com with the discovery of Casey Lee Duggar, who had been missing for many years. Although this happened to her and another woman was involved, these are very slim cases, and having Plan B as a over-the-counter product, as a secondary form of birth control, backup method, not a primary form, this will help many women, and as it should be only available to women who are over the age of 18, men would not be able to purchase this, and this would lessen the cases of abuse which are hidden.
Well, 24 new on-demand movies.